Previously on Survivor. Takeo dominated the challenge and won reward. Idolmania took hold of the tribes, and multiple idols were found.
Oh, I kind of ripped its thing off.
And Jersey went full... Jersey?
Sorry, Johnny. I hate to be this way, but I have to talk shit about you to Cooper, and unfortunately you're going home, so have fun.
When I found out Jersey got voted off, I was absolutely pissed off because not about 3 or 4 hours beforehand, I had made an alliance with him, saying that when shit hits the fan, you know, I'll try and make sure that it makes like you look like the one who's trying over there so you don't get voted off. I was trying to keep him in the game to use him later. What happens? First person voted off. Got the immunity, supposedly used it on Johnny, and he's gone. So now I'm stuck with no alliances anymore. And now some people know that I was trying to work with him, and now they don't trust me anymore. So I have a good suspicion that Johnny and Ryan know I was trying to talk to him. So that's not good. Alright. Now I'm gonna go off on a rant. Maybe. Motherfucker! Jersey! What are you doing? Why would you purposely give yourself up for Christ's sakes? You could have won the game. You had a legitimate chance and you blew it away because, oh, I like Johnny, he's my friend. There are no friends in this game. It is dog eat dog world, and you blew it. Why? Oh, you must really like Ryan and the rest of that tribe because holy crap, we're screwed. Great, I'm done. Fuck this thing.
It went how I didn't think it was going to. I thought Jersey was going to use his immunity idol, but he didn't end up using it. So that was kind of, Olivia, me, and Danielle had met up early and we were like talking about it, and we thought that he was going to use his immunity idol, so we're like, let's just vote for him, and then he didn't use it, so, and he gave it to Johnny, and then we thought Johnny would use it or something, so it didn't go necessarily as planned, but I mean, the outcome is the outcome, I guess. So we thought Johnny would be the easiest one to let go right away because he wasn't there, but then we all hung out with Johnny and we're like, oh my gosh, he's good, and like we liked everyone in our group, so I mean, I don't really know how else it would have went, so it would have been a loss either way. So I'd probably want Takeo to lose more since I feel like their like group is like, I don't know, I think they're all like fairly equal, but I feel like they have like more of an advantage, but I don't know.
I think the voting did go how I kind of thought it would go. Like, I knew that Jersey would do something with his idol, whether it was for him or if he were to use it on somebody, I knew it was going to be Johnny. I wrote that Jersey has an idol because I found that out from another team there were team members in Takeo that told me about it, and so they kind of helped me decide like who to vote off, and like we had a discussion about it earlier, and it was really hard because we had to like talk over what all he could possibly do, and so then we just came up with Jersey is probably the best route to go. I'm really sad that Jersey is gone because I think he would have been a good teammate to have, and it would have been a lot of fun. But I also am happy that Johnny is still here because we really didn't get to see what all he can do and bring to the table, so that'll be fun to see now. If Johnny has a real idol, I will probably try and get on his good side so that him and I could work together, and then maybe he won't use it on me. But I really think that he'll think that all the girls will gang up on him and want him out. So I'll kind of have to decide what I want to do with that.
Tribal Council went surprisingly well. I mean, I didn't really know it was going to happen, but hey, it did. Well, we're all gonna vote Jersey out because he decided he didn't want to do it anymore, because that was a big commitment. So, he shocked me, because obviously I wasn't here, so I had no idea what was going on. So he shocked me by having the hidden immunity and giving it to me. I have faith that we won't fall apart in the next challenge because simply for the fact we're still getting to know each other and we're still trying to find our strengths and the weaknesses. Like, yeah, Jersey would have been a nice asset, but if he wasn't going to be full-hearted in it, then I think we made the right choice, or he made the right choice. But it takes major balls, man. Props to you. Thanks, Jersey boy. Real MVP. Dabu out.
Tribal Council went a lot better than I thought it was going to. I thought that we were going to either lose Johnny or me. I was pretty sure that Jersey was going to use his immunity idol and vote me off because he had mentioned something about that during the first challenge. So I was like, uh-oh. And it ended up being that he forfeited that right and we got to save everybody else. I'm a little bit surprised about that. We are short a person, so I think that will affect us in future challenges. But I know that the three girls are pretty strong. We have a pretty strong alliance. And having Johnny, who seems to be a really fun kind of person, I think that will help boost spirits, and he seemed like he was pretty eager to participate, so I think that we'll do pretty well in the next challenge. So Anna, Danielle, and I have had a meeting where we discussed who we were going to vote off and talked about our alliances, so I think the three of us have a pretty strong alliance going on. But I haven't been able to talk to Johnny, so I have no alliance with him besides being on the team. I hope that he likes the rest of us and wants to work with us too.
I nap a lot. Usually I'm just very tired and then I get filmed. I watch TV with people a lot. We sit in the lounge and eat food a lot. I'm swimming a lot. My classes are really good. I have 4 classes this semester, 2 a day. It's pretty nice. Except I get done with class and I have to go straight to swimming. Both days. I mean, I'm an only child. My mom and dad are doing a lot of projects since I'm gone. I get Snapchats from my friends and they're at my house helping my parents or just hanging out with them because they're bored and they don't do stuff. Yeah, that's fun.
Well, I think this Survivor here has really brought together our floor in the whole camp life situation. I mean, we are usually pretty social, but it seemed to be more social now. Well, I have 3 quizzes now. I have like 2 quizzes, some Connect things, and a paper due tomorrow. So there's... I mean... Just kidding, the quiz isn't due till Sunday. My family's pretty great. I love them. Oh yeah. Hey Mom! Hey Dad! Happy birthday, Kaylee. It's her birthday tomorrow. It's gonna be a lit party. Hey Dayton. You're a loser.
My camp life is pretty boring. I usually just like get a lot of coffee throughout the day and like sit in the pit by like Einstein's and like watch YouTube videos or study or do homework or something. And I don't really do much. I work out sometimes when I feel like it. Yeah, that's about it. My classes are going pretty good. They're pretty easy because my first semester, so they're not that hard, and I don't really have homework in a lot of them. Like, the only thing that's hard is I have 8 a.m.s like every day, and that just sucks, but other than that, they're okay. My family life is pretty good. I am really close to my siblings. I have an older sister and an older brother, and we live with my dad. And my brother is in Japan because he's in the Air Force, so we call each other a lot. And my sister goes to SDSU, which is like gross or whatever. So obviously that didn't work out for her, but we're really close and we call each other a lot. And yeah, I'm pretty close to my family.
Everyone's hot chocolate. She'd be so excited.
My days usually consist of going to class and then going and hanging out here with my friends. Not living on the floor doesn't really help or hurt me because I'm here pretty much as the people who actually live here, and sometimes more than the people who live here, so I don't think it's really hurting me, but I'm not really trying to find any of the idols, so it's not really helping me either. My classes are going pretty well so far. I live with my mom and my dad and my little sister who's sophomore in high school, and we have a dog.
My average day has been very stressful coming back from a relaxing break to a panic mode of homework and classes, and practice is upped a lot, so we're running a lot more and traveling. Just getting in the grind has been a little tough. Not been able to sleep, but we're figuring it out. Everybody has tough weeks. My classes are going pretty good. I like what I'm learning. Besides astronomy, the guy is like mile a minute talking and walking on this side of the room and this side, and he uses and he just kind of like rambles and he doesn't make sense. So that's pretty tough. It's pretty tough science. My family life at home is currently, my home is Arizona right now, and just my mom lives down there, and then my older sister and my dog lives back in my hometown in Red Wing, Minnesota. So we're all pretty close, but right now we're pretty split up, so it's kind of hard. We call each other a lot. Something to get used to, but we're all like best friends, so it's kind of like three amigos, but we're all over the U.S.
Well, at camp life, I guess, I get up, I go to classes, and then normally we come back and either I'm sitting in the lounge with like other Survivor players, or I'm just in my room doing homework. Classes are doing good, a little stressful, but not too bad.
because I'm taking 14 credit hours this semester, and it feels like I'm taking 19 because of anatomy and physiology. So I don't know, my family at home is just typical. I mean, I have a mom and dad, and I have a younger brother. He's in high school, I guess, so that's interesting. I don't see him much when I go home because he's always playing video games, so that's fun.
I mostly just do homework all day and occasionally get together with other teammates and people on other teams and hang out with them and stuff, but the majority of my time is spent doing homework, which is quite sad. I want more time. I want more free time. My classes are going decent. I absolutely hate microeconomics, and I wish I could drop it, but I can't because I need it for my major. So that's rough. And then I also am in survey of calculus at the same time as taking microeconomics, so it's like I have math all the time, and that is the subject that I hate the most, and so it sucks. I have a younger sister who's a senior in high school this year, and her and I are really close. Her name is Katie, and she might possibly be coming here next year, and I hope she does, because that would be a lot of fun. She's choosing between USD and UND, so I hope she picks the better option. And I also have a mom who lives in Watertown with us, and my parents are divorced, and my dad lives in Fargo with my stepmom Patty, and he's a sheriff there. And my mom is a nurse, and my stepmom is a professor at Rasmussen College. And I also have a dog named Zuri.
My camp life. Well, usually my camp life consists of talking to people from not only my own tribe, but other tribes as well. Talking about whatever comes to the mind at midnight for whatever college-age students are sitting around just waiting for cookies to bake, pretty much at that point. God knows we're up till like 2 in the morning talking about whatever. I mean, it's never anything specific like, oh, we're going to get that person or anything like that. It's just like, oh, hey, how's it going? Kind of different stuff. And I'd say it's pretty casual. It's pretty laid back and nothing too stressful. But I know some people are definitely thinking of ideas. And you can just tell by the way they look and how you talk to you. And so, you know, we'll see how it comes down to. I no longer have any personal alliances, though, so that's a bummer. My classes. Math is dumb. I'll say that. Don't ever take math because, like, if you can stand math, go ahead and take it because God knows you're doing the Lord's work by doing stuff that other people probably can't do as well, or absolutely just don't want to. But I think classes are all right. Almost fell asleep in earth science today, but I mean, I try. I live with my parents and my 2 younger brothers in a small town of about 1,300 people in the great state of South Dakota. Every morning when I'm at home, I wake up at 5:30, I go to work at the hog confinement, come back about 3, make myself a little snack, and usually then I have to deal with 2 moody teenagers, so that's all great. And that usually comprises the rest of my day. When I'm not out hunting, I'm at home, and I'd rather be hunting.
You do.
My typical day, I wake up unhappy because I'm not a morning person, and then I go brush my teeth. I'm not sure how detailed this is supposed to be. I go get breakfast, I go to class, I go work out, and then I do homework, and then I eat, and then I go work out again sometimes, and then I go to bed because I'm sick right now and I'm super tired all the time. Not too interesting. My classes are going pretty well. They're like easier than last semester. I'm in physics, that's interesting. Like I said, it's easier than last semester, so I'm not complaining. Oh, I love my family. My family life is fantastic. I have, well, one of my sisters is a little bit of a brat, I'm not gonna lie. She just turned 14, my parents won't let her drive, which is hilarious because she's immature. And my other sister is adorable, and then I have an older brother. He goes to SDSU, which is super lame, but whatever, dude. And then my parents are really awesome. I'm going home this weekend to see them, so I'm really excited. And yeah.
Come on in, guys. Welcome, Takeo. Welcome, Matsy. Just like move the chair. But stand like. Welcome, Dabu. Everybody getting their first official look at Dabu. Jersey was voted out at the last tribal council. Welcome to your second challenge. I will take back the immunity idols. Thank you. Alright, for your second challenge, you'll be playing for both reward and immunity. So first place gets immunity and a package of Oreos. Like the big one, double stuff, I believe. That's pretty good. Second place gets immunity, and third place has a date with me at Tribal Council. Alright, this challenge is called the Riddle Challenge. I can't think of a better name for it. So, how this challenge works is you will have one sheet, as you can see, with spaces and numbers underneath them. You will get a second sheet when the challenge starts that has sort of questions, sort of random nonsense trivia, and you'll understand when you see it. But basically how it works is there will be a question or some sort of trivia thing that when you answer it, it will give you a letter and a number, and what you'll do is you'll write the letter in the space that corresponds to that number. And when you do the whole sheet, you'll have a full completed question on this sheet here. The first tribe to write down the correct answer to the question, regardless of if you actually finish the question, wins. And then the second tribe will also just win immunity. The first tribe gets immunity and reward. Does that make sense? Okay, so just to clarify, you don't have to finish the question. The question itself on here can be incomplete. You can only have half the letters. If you get the answer right, then you win. Don't yell out the answer, because then the other tribes could write it down. Don't yell out the question, because if you get the answer wrong, another tribe might know the answer and could beat you to it. All right. Survivors ready?
Yeah.
Go.
You got 10.
like Takeo might be in the lead so far, if they're right. Shut the hell up! Remember, the question doesn't have to be filled out. I just need the answer. All right, let's see if Takeo has it. Oh, you have to write an answer. You have to write an answer. It doesn't matter if you're wrong. Just remember, you can't use phones. All right. Takeo is not correct. Takeo, not correct again. You have to write them individually. Dabu looks like they might be struggling. Doesn't look like Matt Singh is much further ahead though.
Yeah. Whoa, that's way too close.
Takeo, still wrong. I can't help you. You know this answer, you just don't know that you know it. Takeo, still wrong.
He's wrong. Something
Very
this
wrong.
word is not correct at all.
Takeo.
Somebody needs to do some math.
Probably someone else should raise.
Takeo, still wrong. Takeo! Takeo wins the new. But remember, we're still going. Still going for second. Looks like Matt Singh might be getting close.
No, it's not. It's not that one. It's this one.
I know, right?
Matt Singh might be getting close to solving the question. Still, let's get the answer. The question is, are you having trouble solving the question? Or do you just have something wrong?
Both. Oh my god.
So that means a 10.
Dabu making some big changes. Matt Singh is not correct. Can I see? Matt Singh, still incorrect. That's not. No way. Matt Singh, still incorrect. Matt Singh, wrong.
That was the wrong one.
Matt Singh, incorrect.
That doesn't make any sense.
Dabu just looks confused.
Thank you.
At this point, go ahead.
Sorry. I didn't mean to lie. Matt Singh, still wrong. Matt Singh, incorrect. Dabu is still working on the question. Matt Singh is working on the answer.
She would have helped us.
Johnny has said a question, but who knows if it's correct or not?
We didn't even need any letters.
How old did you think I was? Oh, March.
Matt Singh, incorrect. Don't tell me that!
Wait, you have an answer? I need to see it. You have to do every answer, sorry.
Dabu, incorrect. Dabu, incorrect. What's funny is you all guessed that same person. Everybody's guessing mixing. Matt Singh, incorrect. Dabu, incorrect. Matt Singh wins immunity. Thank God!
You guys want to know something?
Holy shit!
In the question. His last name?
It was 26, not 36.
I was looking through.
Oh!
That was stressful.
Takeo, here is immunity. Takeo, your Orioles will be waiting for you back at camp. I have nothing else for you now.
Yes.
Back to the honors board. Matt Singh, here is immunity. I have nothing else for you. You can also go back to your camp.
We've got nothing else for you. Peace.
Get out of here. Keep that.
Someone's walking away with 3.
I'm walking away with nothing.
Dabu, I will see you at tribal council later tonight.
The challenge did not go very well. We did not know the answers to any of those riddles. My team lost because I don't think that our knowledge was very, versatile. We did not have a very wide knowledge of all the questions being asked. And collectively, we're not good at putting puzzles together. I'd say Anna. But was the most helpful, but we were all working on it the same amount. It was just, I think she came up with most of the answers. I was probably the most hurtful because, I was reading upside down, and I kept telling people to put letters where they were not supposed to go. There's nobody on the team that we don't like at the moment. We're all pretty close. So, I think there aren't any teams that are super mean. So, I think the teams are fun to play with, even though I'm pretty sure in all of the challenges, well, so far in all of the challenges, Takeo has won. So that's a little bit disconcerting, but beside that, they're cool.
The challenge did not go well. We lost, and I feel like we could have done way better, but I guess we weren't fast enough. I think we lost because we weren't quick enough, and we weren't answering the questions well enough and putting enough thought into them. Probably the person that hurt us the most was Johnny, because he said that one of the words was 30 and not 20. And so we were thinking of presidents. That would have been that, but...
Well, we lost again, so there's that. I mean, pretty impressed with Ryan's abilities. Well, his team's abilities. Because, wow, who'd have thunk? Well, I mean, really there's only 3 people working on the thing. Because I was on the opposite side. And, I can't really read upside down very well. So I was working on, 2 questions the entire time. But hey, I got Abby's age. So Dabu for that. We're still working pretty well as a team so far. I think we're gonna maybe excel in this next competition because we don't want to lose another member. Again.
The last challenge was kind of confusing about how we did it, so it was complicated to figure out where all the numbers went, the letters, so it didn't work out as well, I think, so I think we got confused. Yeah, in this challenge, I think we were all pretty helpful. We all, looked at all of the problems, individually and tried to help each other out. It's just, it got a little messy, and some of us were writing with pens, so it just got turned into a disaster. Probably, the most hurtful, Olivia had, the paper kind of, more towards her, so I think if it would have been, if there were, more sheets or something like that, it would have been easier to, look at it all and divide up the questions and stuff. I think there's a good chance that we could have won this last challenge with Jersey on our side. I know he's super smart, and I know that he would be able to go through those problems just as anyone else could. So
I think it went pretty well. We got second, which is pretty good. We didn't get last. I think we got second because it took us a little bit to remember who the 26th president actually was, but we didn't get last because obviously we eventually figured it out. I feel bad for Dabu because they keep losing, and kind of really want Takeo to actually lose. I think Christina was very helpful for this challenge because she kind of figured out the question before we had all the letters filled in.
I think the challenge went pretty good. I mean, we got second place, which is pretty good. It's better than last place, so we didn't have to vote anybody off, so I feel like we still have a pretty strong team. I think we got second because Dan kind of took over and we weren't really organized. Everybody was literally all over the place. No one was really working together. Kiana was kind of on her own, doing her own thing, and Cooper was doing his own thing, and Dan was working from the bottom up, and I just think we were really disorganized. So far, I don't know of any of alliances. I'm not in an alliance right now, so...
The challenge went good, for the most part. We solved most of the riddles, within a timely fashion. We just didn't know our presidents, and that was the only thing that held us back. On presidents, we didn't know, off the top of our head. It would have been nice if someone on our tribe, including me, would have, remembered, presidents and stuff, been knowledgeable about that kind of stuff. I didn't even really remember who was doing work. We were all just kind of shouting out answers and writing stuff down. Well, that same tribe continues to win every single challenge, so obviously they're better off than the other 2 tribes, I would say. I don't know, I'm not really a part of an alliance right now, I would say. We're just kind of banking on us winning challenges.
This is a shit show. Well, now I really want to work with Dan, and because Dan has seen the show before, and he's seen more than I have, and I have a feeling like he knows what he's doing. He came up with most of our strategies tonight, so I think I want to work with Dan. Also Christina as well.
The riddle challenge went very good. Takeo won pretty fast, so I think we won because we have good teamwork and we work through things very well. Well, I love Oreos, and because I'm a vegan, it's one of the very few things I can eat. So both of the rewards I've been able to eat because they were vegan, so that's cool.
Inside.
What? That's the best part.
No! The cookie part's the best part. I used to just scrape off the inside, I hated it, but now I can. I know, I'm weird.
The challenge went really well. We beat the other teams by at least a couple minutes. I don't know if it's just because we're smart or good, but I don't know.
Like, I figured out the word president, and then I figured out the word sixth. We kind of all, like, worked through the whole letter and, like, got individual letters. We kind of just, like, all did different numbers, so we weren't all working on the same one. And then Michaela got the word 20, so we were, like, 26th president. We just kind of put it together. And then we guessed, like, 10,000 different presidents because we had no idea. I just started eating healthy, so, like, the Oreos weren't super great, even though I do love Oreos, but yeah, Ryan ate most of them anyways. Dabu isn't doing too well. We're doing great. That's all that matters. I think Ryan and I were talking in the lounge the other night, and like, I think Michaela's still like the first one to go. Like, if we ever lose, and then Ryan and I were kind of talking, but like no one else was there, and like we kind of said that we might like vote out anyone who's not Ravenclaw. And like Caitlin, Ryan, and I are all Ravenclaw, and we kind of want our house to like be on the top at the end. So that's kind of like our new strategy.
Cece eats all the ones I like.
Hey everyone. Listen, whenever I think about Survivor, all I think about is that song, like, I'm a survivor. So whenever everyone's like, I'm doing Survivor, I'm like, chanting.
Our team came together and pulled it out really well. I didn't know how we got that, but there's a lot of guessing. Sami did a really good job at putting things together, and so did Kelsey, and Michaela even contributed this time. We just have a team that works well together. We don't like over talk each other, and we all like tend to try to help out the best we can. It was alright. It was nice finding another one of the little clues, even though this one seems to be the same one for the idol that's already been found. And someone told me it was like a little tiki-ish looking statue kind of thing on a leather necklace, almost. I don't really know if I trust what was told to me, so I'm not going to base all what I'm looking for off of that. I know Jersey gave it up to Johnny, and then Jersey's tribe, unknowing that he was going to do that, voted him off because they thought he was going to use it. Come on, you can go over your calorie count again another night in a row.
I'm so full. I'll have one.
I think the challenge was really well. All of our team helped in some way, whether it would be figuring out the clues or writing it down and just figuring out the answer in general. Like, we all worked as a team, and it wasn't just one individual who did all of it, so that was nice. I think we won just because we did act as a team. Typically, a lot of teams seem to be losing if there's just one person that's like really into it, or just one person who is doing all of the work and not everyone is thinking about it or trying to help in some way. I think almost everyone was helpful. Kelsey actually figured out the questions, so that was really good, especially considering we didn't have many letters actually filled in. And then Michaela also finished filling in like the 20th part of the challenge, so that was helpful. I think the reward was good. I don't know if the clue actually helped us or not, but the reward was nice. Well, the idol clue was saying that it's where the moths go, so we assumed it was the light. So we also kind of think that that was the idol that had already been, or supposedly been played. We found the clue because, well, we knew there was going to be a clue because we found the first one when we won the first reward challenge. And so then I told Ryan to flip over the Oreos, and the clue is on the bottom of the Oreos. So I looked for it a little bit after the challenge, but everyone was so like wanting to stay in the kitchen, and like if you veered away from the kitchen and all, everyone was just kind of like, where'd they go? And so it's been kind of hard to look for idols. I think the idol I found is totally fake, because I was talking to Danielle about the idol that was originally played, and it looked nothing alike, and I think it was just a fake one put up.
Yeah, the challenge went good and we won. I think we won because we're geniuses. I think everyone was very helpful.
Oreo, the reward was good, but Oreos have so many calories. Like 2 of them, it's like 200 calories.
I think the other tribes are doing good, but it seems like they're more split. Like, our tribe as a whole seems unified and wanting to work together, and the other tribes, from what I've heard anyway, are starting to split into their own alliances so that they're all safe. I think the first person I'd like to work with is Kelsey, just because, like, we room together, so it'd be easier to strategize and easier to talk. I definitely think the tribe wants to be together. I don't know, I'm kind of staying with the team. Like, they all want to work together, but I know at some point we're all going to be broken up. So I'm also kind of distancing myself as well.
I think the challenge went fine. It's just that was a difficult thing to try and figure out if you're watching it and whatnot. Supposedly someone finishes this challenge in 3 minutes. I don't know how they did that, but we certainly didn't. But we didn't get last, so we're here again. Well, we didn't have any history majors, Ryan, and we're just going to try and take each piece at the same time, and eventually we were almost able to catch up there at the end. I think even though they did finish technically ahead of us, we were nearly got the question, just about to start guessing. So we got the questions figured out, and the really most difficult part of the whole thing was just guessing who the actual person was, because we were going through everybody like, shit, we can't count. So like 4, 8, 4. I don't know how this person is this person. Was he a president? I don't know. It's more of just like, kids who are watching this, you need to study your presidents, because you never know. Some really tall man in a t-shirt and shorts is going to make you do a challenge someday where you have to know who the 26th president of the United States is. And then guess it. And each time you get it wrong, he's going to pause and go, wrong. Yeah, I do think Ryan was the reason why they won, because he's a history major as well. And, the people on that tribe aren't exactly dumb either, so they can count. Obviously we can't, but it's just like, it was just being able to work really quickly with letters and numbers and whatnot, and they were just quicker than us. But I definitely think Ryan had a thing to do with it. I think we're pretty close-knit as far as our tribe goes. Obviously there's probably something I don't know about, because everybody's got secrets, but I think we're pretty close as a tribe and whatnot, and we haven't, at least I haven't really reached out to any tribes, or at least not anymore I haven't, but so I haven't specifically approached anybody yet and told them like, hey, when this ship sinks, I want to work with you, because we don't really plan on sinking anytime soon right now. But if I did have to pick someone to be Dan Skinner, I feel like he'd be someone good to work with. We're both pretty decently smart. I hear he holds some track records, so maybe, I don't know, fast. I almost feel bad for Dabu. I really do, because they're already down 2 people. I don't know who was the second person voted off, but they voted off Jersey, and so they're down to 3 people. And then I absolutely despise Takeo because 1, they've got a collegiate athlete on it. 2, they're actually really good, smart, and everything like that, so it's going to be really hard to compete with them in both areas. So it's going to be really hard to keep up with Takeo, but I think we can stick with him as long as we at least make it close each time. So
the challenge was mentally kind of stressful. It was like all of a sudden go, and I wasn't sure quite what we were doing, and Dan kind of just took the paper over and kind of started doing his own thing, and I couldn't really read upside down, so it wasn't too much of a help, but we struggled. We were very discombobulated, and we didn't have much of a plan. Everybody was just kind of panicky, and we weren't very calm. There was error on our part, but I think the other team got lucky. Most helpful, I'd say, was Christina. I think she just stayed really calm, and she was like, let's make sure we're doing this right and not rushing through it. As of right now, I believe there's not really any alliance. We're all just excited to be competing, but I could see some alliances coming into the future.
We don't have any alliances yet. No, I haven't been looking for any idols.
Well, we know who the first person to go is. First person to go is Michaela. Second person to go is Sami. because the rest of us are all Ravenclaws. I kind of feel bad for Dabu. They're all like, for the most part, they're all pretty nice people. And Matt Singh's got some colorful personalities on it. They're just colorful people. Like, they're fun people. They're very loud, or very, very quiet, or non-existent sometimes. Yeah.
Honestly, I think I want to work with all of them. Because, I mean, teamwork makes the dream work. Right now. Probably 4 on the scale because, you know, I'll probably be voted out next. Well, I mean, I haven't really been looking for an idol because there's one in my bedroom. Shh. Even though I think everybody already knows. Well, I think we strategized and we know who we're going to vote out. They volunteered as tribute.
I will probably vote for Johnny because I know that I'm the one that's going to get voted off because I think they should vote me off since I'm not going to be there for the swimming challenge. So I'm going to vote for somebody that I know won't get voted off.
Well, tonight we decided to vote out Olivia since she wasn't going to be at the challenge on Sunday for the swimming challenge. And Johnny and I were going to be there, so we knew that we couldn't be like taken out. So it was a decision between Danielle and Olivia, and Olivia like said we might as well just go with me, and so that's how we decided. It was easier that way. I don't think I'll be voted out this round because we'll need me for Sunday to go for the swimming challenge. So because Danielle won't be there, we need at least like 2 competitors, and Johnny and I will be there.
I think I'll vote. It'll probably be between Johnny and Olivia because I heard that she is most likely not going to be here on Sunday. So that goes with that. And then Johnny, I really want to get him out because I feel like he could be one that could be up there to win. And so I hope to get him out at some point as well. I don't think I'll be voted out because I don't really know of any reason at this point that they would come after me yet. So I feel like I'm pretty safe.
Welcome, Dabu, to your second tribal council.
Second and final tribal council.
Second and final.
Last word.
Johnny, those were some pretty bold words by saying this is your last tribal council.
Yeah, that's a joke. Chances are we'll probably be here next Monday.
Is that so?
I don't believe in us against Ryan.
That's accurate.
We might beat Cooper's team.
Olivia, how do you think your tribe did? How do you think the challenge went?
It was fun. We did not do I did not pay enough attention in history class. We don't like it. Because we only think of like 5.
Danielle, do you think that if Jersey had been on the tribe, you may have won today? Or do you think it wouldn't have mattered?
I feel like he probably would have been pretty helpful.
Anna, is there something that you think you as a tribe can do to make sure that you win the next challenge, or at the very least don't come back here?
Maybe have confidence in each other.
Yes.
And dive into it next time. Yeah. That was a good pun.
That was a great pun.
That was so good.
Right, so...
I'm proud of myself.
That's a knee slapper.
Alright. Johnny, what is your strategy for voting tonight?
I mean, I think we all know how we're going to vote. So, was it team effort? Deciding? So
going into your going into your next challenge with only 3 people, what do you think your odds are of winning?
1 out of 3. Because there's 3 tribes.
Yeah! What's third?
That's definitely going. Alright. And with that, we'll get to the vote. Johnny, you're up first.
Taboo. I voted Olivia because, well, that's what we decided. Taboos.
Because everybody else is voting for me, and we decided that it would be best if I wrote down Johnny's name.
Alright, I will tally the votes. I have the votes. If you would like to play an immunity idol, now is the time to do so. Okay, I will read the votes. First vote. Olivia. That's 1 vote, Olivia.
Oh no.
Second vote. Johnny. That's 1 vote, Olivia, 1 vote, Johnny. Third vote. Olivia. That's 2 votes, Olivia, 1 vote, Johnny. 1 vote left. Second person voted out of SoDak Season 3. Olivia. Olivia, can you please bring me your torch? Olivia, the tribe has spoken. Please place your torch in the bucket and your buff into the fire. All of you said that you voted out Olivia to keep your tribe unified and strong going into the next challenge. Let's see if it pays off.
I got voted off during Tribal Council. That's how that went. It definitely went the way I thought it was going to. We had a meeting. I told them that I wasn't going to be there for the next challenge and told them to vote me off. So, you know, thinking about it, I think that I want Anna to win. Or Danielle. Or Johnny. Probably in that order. The girls are pretty high because I know them better. We're friends now. I did have a lot of fun. It was fun. I got to meet people. If you ever get the chance to play Survivor, do it because it's a lot of fun.
Next time on Survivor. Everyone uses the lounge for relaxation and fun. Strategy talks across tribal lines. And the survivors get wet at the next challenge.